Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. That is. Oh. For those of you who don't know, I literally record this every time within a few minutes of games finishing. So that goal literally went in 60 seconds ago. I'm in shock still. So you guys are getting a real raw reaction to that John Stones equaliser. And look, so many people will say, oh, deserved, Arsenal just defending and low block and boring football. Oh, come off it. As if anyone else would have done anything different. Down to 10 men at the Etihad against the best football team on the planet, legal or not. It's just what you do in football. You just... I can't fight against that. The amount of abuse I'm getting on Twitter for just existing as an Arsenal fan because I wanted us to win today and I wanted us to defend as much as possible as soon as we got that red card. I'm so sorry. I want my team to defend against that. Oh, I'm just exhausted now. I cannot believe that's happened. And look, yeah, obviously, a lot of people are going to say it's deserved. Look at it. It's absolutely incredible how much City dominated that game. But do you know what? The chances they created, especially after the red card, weren't really that good. It was just lumping the ball into the box. It was passing it around, waiting for gaps, just small little chances here and there. So I'm super proud of the team. I really am. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I would have taken a 2-2 draw before the game started. And that might be disappointing to a lot of fans. Oh, how can you want your team not to win? It's not that I don't want the team not to win, obviously. I just don't want us to lose this game. Going to the Etihad is one of the toughest games. It is, for Arsenal, a really, really difficult game over the last few years. For at least 5 or 6 or 7 seasons in a row, we just struggle so much there. I think the last time we won at the Etihad was Cazorla and Coquelin in midfield. Like, that's how far back you go. So just going there and not losing is actually quite a nice thought. Again, sorry for feeling like that. And the fact that we were 60 seconds away from actually winning, despite playing against 12 men, Michael Oliver, for 45 minutes, I can be insanely proud of that. It was an absolutely heroic effort in that second half. And look, the Trossard red card, I can't believe it's happened again. The Rice one against Brighton, so questionable, but it happened. And you would think, maybe, just maybe, the Arsenal players would avoid kicking the ball away. And then quite literally 2-3 weeks later, we've done it again. No one to blame other than Trossard. But here is my point, okay? Here's my argument. What has actually happened to football? This just wasn't happening before. This wasn't a thing. It's just a case of following the rules and doing what's right. I understand that. But what has happened to this sport where it's just now normal seeing games ruined? Yeah, ruined. Games being ruined because someone's booted the ball away 1 second after a whistle's been blown. It's just really frustrating that it's happened to us twice in a row. And in the same game, and again, I'm going to get heat for this, but there is a moment where Doku literally kicks the ball backwards and people are claiming he's passing it back, or at least nudging the ball backwards to where the free kick should be taken. But that's not his job. Okay, he's delaying the restart. He didn't pass it to Declan Rice, who was stood where the free kick should have been. He's knocked it down the line. And one of the Arsenal defenders has had to move out, return the ball. Okay, soft. But it's the rules now. You can't do that. It's not the player's job to pass the ball back to Arsenal players. It would be either the referee grabs the ball and puts it where it should be, or the Arsenal players are instructed to. So Doku should get a yellow card. Oh no, he's got a yellow card. Doesn't really change the game, maybe you think. But it's just the consistency. Trossard, rightly sent off. Okay. Doku, yellow card. All those weeks back, Pedro, yellow card. I'm just... And this is the other thing as well, guys. This is completely ignoring what's actually happened today and these questionable, annoying decisions. But it just makes me have this kind of... this inner feeling that football just isn't it anymore. It just isn't as good anymore. We've taken so much of the love, the life, the energy, the fun, the randomness out of the game. It's just so monotone. And my club is part of it. We are so structured. We play very structured football. It's less free-flowing, but it's good. It's successful. It wins games. We are one of the best teams in England because of it. But I miss going to school when I was a 14-year-old kid and talking about the football with the guys in class and not talking about referees so much and VAR and stupid reds. And I don't know. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but it does just feel a bit just brother, football just... I'm going to draw you something, guys. So I prepared this whilst I was watching that horrific final 20 minutes or so. I'm going to show you what this game looked like in the second half, okay? So I'm using paint, by the way. I never use paint, but this is Arsenal. I'm just giving you a quick little rundown of what happened. It was this. It was literally this. And then let's draw some City players. It was literally just, oh man, one of the most ridiculous periods of play I've ever seen. I don't even know if I've done enough players here. And then obviously you've got one there. Oh wait, Raya. Let's get Raya in there as well. That is literally what the second half looked like. If you missed the game, that's what happened. There you go. It was just ugly. It really was. And you can see it there. I don't even remember this bit. Did we get some of the ball? But I can't even say we deserved to draw or deserved to lose because, again, I'm just trying to think of the really big chances that City created in the second half that you look at and go, oh, Arsenal got lucky there. Because Raya made a lot of saves, but they were comfortable saves. None of them crazy out of this world reflexes. And honestly, obviously we didn't attack much in the second half. We didn't create anything. But I just look at that and just think, if it ended 2-1, you just have to say City weren't good enough in front of goal. But they've got to the very last moment. And whether it's a defender switching off or it's just a little bit of bad luck, a bit of both maybe, and they've just found that goal. And it finishes 2-2. It is what it is. I don't even know what the table looks like now. I fully expected a win from someone. I didn't think it would look like this. Even though part of me predicted, I thought, a draw today. I thought a 1-1 draw. But as soon as the game kicked off, it didn't feel like that. And I instantly thought someone's going to win this game. So Man City with that draw retain top spot. Well, go back to top spot. And we drop another 2 points, so we're on 11. And we should be top of the table if we win that. Oh, man. So frustrating. It really is. But let's talk about the actual game itself. The first goal, Haaland's goal, really frustrating because I almost saw it in slow-mo. You could see the moment Haaland saw the gap, and he's just so quick. He's just so lethal. It was too easy. And actually not the most tidy finish that you'd come to expect from Haaland, but he's just so clinical. He's obviously meant to do that. And he's put it into the bottom right corner. Well, it wasn't even in the corner. It was just one of those finishes. I reckon he might have changed his mind last second there. And Raya had a great game, by the way. Nothing to do with him whatsoever. But I thought the goal was too easy. And Calafiori's goal, though, wow. I said it, I think, twice, maybe even 3 times over the last few weeks, that it's my thought, it's my prediction that Calafiori will make that left-back role his. It's going to happen. In the history of football, it's so uncommon, especially if you go back 10, 15 years or beyond, to see right-footed players playing at left-back and left-footed players playing at right-back. It just physically doesn't really make sense because when you receive the ball, you want to open up your body and have the strong foot on the side of the pitch you're on. That's just how football's worked for so long. And over the last 5-6 seasons in modern football, I guess we've seen a couple of occasions where we've had inverted players. And Timber's been playing left-back and he's been doing very well. But I just think, and we've seen it today, that Calafiori offers a different dimension. The fact that he's on his strong foot down the wing, and it helps Martinelli. It helps the left side, which for sure we've struggled with. And I think with Marino being fit and with Martinelli getting a bit of confidence, I thought he was pretty good today. And Calafiori down that left side, I think we might see the end of Timber on the left, Tomiyasu on the left, and I don't think Zinchenko is going to get into the team ahead of him. What does Zinchenko give that Calafiori can't? Okay, Zinchenko's maybe a little bit better on the ball, but the physical prowess of the Italian, he's just elite. He's so good, and he took his goal so well. He'll remember that for the rest of his life. And then, by the way, Gabriel's header, I'm not sick of it, but everyone gives the credit to the goal scorer. And yes, Arsenal, one of the best teams in the world, set pieces wise. I know, we see it week in, week out. We score so many. But why isn't anyone talking about the deliveries? It's very easy to slam a delivery when it's not good enough. Why don't we praise a delivery that is perfection? Saka, Rice, whoever's been taking them when we've scored these goals, we don't see enough praise. So I'm going to do it right now. Those headers don't happen without the delivery. Saka's ball into the box was absolute perfection. And part of it down to poor marking. You could see Walker in one of the replays admitting to his teammates it was his fault. He lost him. He lost Gabriel. But huge shout out and credit to Rice and Saka, who week in, week out deliver these crosses. And then we've got players like Saliba, Gabriel, who head them in. And then, of course, the red card happens. And also, we did see Rodri leave the pitch, and they looked worse without Rodri. Simple as that. He's the best DM in the world. Hopefully not too serious. And then, of course, the second half happened. It was just domination, and Stones equalised in the last minute. The game was about the first half, realistically. So it's frustrating. It really is. But I think in the grand scheme of things, having gone down to 10 men before half-time, to come away with a point is actually very, very good on paper. But it's just, as an Arsenal fan, of course, we're wearing rose-tinted glasses and literally red-tinted glasses. And we're coming away from that thinking we just got robbed of 3 points at the end there. It would have been an absolutely heroic 3 points. And I really thought we had it. Man. I was absolutely gutted when Stones hooked that ball in. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. But it is what it is. It's football, and the fallout from this game is going to be very interesting. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think Michael Oliver had a bad game. I just think he hates Arsenal. I genuinely believe he has a distaste of Arsenal. He hates Arteta. And you can see throughout the history of him refereeing Arsenal, he's given the most red cards to Arsenal. Out of any club, he's given more to Arsenal. We saw it last season with the Kovacic thing. He should be sending players off against us, and he just isn't. And then the first opportunity he gets to get those yellow cards out, he's on it. But today, I don't think he had a choice. Trossard, and it was confirmed, it was a red card. Well, the second yellow was for kicking the ball away. It wasn't a foul. So it's so... I'm done. It's just football. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. And we're back tomorrow with the Arsenal career mode. And I feel like I could go to sleep for 10 hours now. It's just exhausting.